Hello everyone, I want to go through some app setting with this Sabvoton controller. I mean, many people ask question, how to set up the app with the controller. So I just go through the detail with this app settings. By far, this is the best controller for the bigger motor because I tried it, many different kind of brand, and this one can give you really smooth power. But the app is just a crap. I mean, so the app, I mean, for whoever designed the app, just not really user friendly. First of all, you want the iPhone app is probably better than the Android one, because the Android one it doesn't really compatible with a newer phone. You have to find some old phone to install the Android app. Okay, for the iPhone, you can just looking for this MQCON. I mean, you can looking for this on your app store. You will find it. So once you install, you turn on the app. It will show like this, and then you can click here to connect. You will show the Bluetooth address, and you just click it. You will connect to them. Once you connect, you will be shown like this. The first thing you want to do is you can click this button. I mean, it is stupid. It doesn't show anything. You just click here, and you will show the options. The first thing you want to do is click this icon right here, and then it shows the test. So basically, they will test the motor to get this whole sensor angle. If you don't do this, the motor maybe work fine, maybe not. So, I mean, if you drive the motor, you feel something really weird, it's more likely because this whole sensor angle is whole sensor angle is probably not right. So that's why you want to do this on the first time. So make sure this the whole sensor angle is right, and then everything else will be controlled normally. In this given current, by the default probably is a 0. You can put on this like a 10 or 20 something. I mean, if it's a 10 doesn't really make it move, you can increase this, and you can click there. By the normal operating, you can click this test mode, and then click and turn on this hall test. So you can see the motor actually moved very slowly, but it's start moved, which means it start testing. So if the motor doesn't move, which means this current is not enough. I think you can probably maximum goes like a 30. But if you goes to the 30, the motor still not move. More likely is, the wire probably something wrong. You did not connect wrong, the wire is damaged. So, yeah. So once the motor start move, and you will shows here test the status. It shows in progress, and right now it shows test okay, and it will shows the offside angle is right here. It will shows different number, and then you can just save it, and then put back to the normal operating. Turn off this. Okay, and then yeah, on this page that'll be done. So yeah, whatever if you feel the motor runs weird, you just do this test, make the make the right number there, that'll be fine. And then on your fourth page, it will show the current wattage of your battery and the motor speed, the throttle, and current temperature. Yeah, those are the information whenever if you turn on the motor, it will show the difference. Like if I turn on the motor, can see the number is changed. Okay. Yep. And then in the setup menu, in the middle one, this tab, you put it in here, and there's something you need to set here. The first one is leak wattage. So this one will protect your batteries. So like a normal so it's really depend on your battery. My battery is a 20S battery. So the normal wattage is 72, and I will set the leak wattage 65. You probably can go a little bit lower than this, but it's more safety. You just don't want to go that too low, especially if your battery is getting old. You want to keep this number. It's like a 10% below your normal wattage. Probably the better way. Like if you have a 48 volt battery, you probably goes down to 10%, like 44 volt. I mean, those are more safety setting. For the newer battery, you probably can set even lower. You will be okay. And then the current limit wattage, I don't really know what this do, but it should be just something close to that leak wattage. And then the over wattage, yeah, that's really depend on your battery. Usually this doesn't really mean anything, because if you use a 72 volt battery, it never goes over 95 volt. And this current, the current is limited by the controller itself. So right now this controller is a 150 amp controller. So you can see the current, it will be shows right here. And this is a phase current. With the current, the maximum current can goes to the motor. Yeah, that's what it means. And then the next one is temperature setting. You don't really need to change anything here. And then function. Yeah, this is the most most the setting you're going to do with your motor. The first, the EBrake, which means if you turn this on, they have a EBrake throttle, which means you can actually add another throttle to your brake, and you push the throttle, actually give you brake, not give you throttle, give you brake. They have a same connection like your throttle connection, but instead of throttle, it's a brake connection. If you are linked to your Ebike, so you can use this EBrake to regenerative power go back to your batteries. So that's this for the power motor. For the range, I don't really use this function. Instead, I've used this Regan enable this function. This is the function is whenever you release your throttle, you will start to regain. You will start to generate power, go back to your battery. So I use this function instead of the EBrake. So this is actually, it's kind of permanent setup here. So whenever you want to change, you have to go back this app to change it. For the EBrake, you can actually, like I said, you can actually add another throttle to change it, which means you don't really need your phone. You don't really need to use the app to change that setting, to change that brake. So that's kind of different things. If you want to use, if you don't really want to use the app, and then you can add another throttle here to turn on this EBrake setting, and use that throttle to control the tension, to control the brake. That's this part. And then the boost also have a switch, can put you on the boost mode, something. I did not put this function in. I just use the boost mode as begin. So so those settings is kind of more for your Ebike. So if you build an Ebike with this, you can actually put those settings and put those functions on your control bar. And reverse speed, that's for the Ebike as well. Flux we can enable. So this basically gave you more speed. So if you don't enable this, it's more kind of like a operating like a normal speed. And if you put this current higher, it will give you more speed. I think the maximum you can put here will be the 100. But if you really put this 100 here, there'll be waste a lot of energy, So I mean, to save your battery, you don't want to put too much number here, because this is a really strong motor. Usually, it's definitely strong enough, and definitely, you probably want to limit its speed, not really gain more speed. So that's those settings. And the regain enable, that's the thing we're talking about. So this setting is whenever you release your throttle, and the regain will be start. So you will regenerate your power, go back to your battery whenever you release your throttle. Like if you drive the bicycle, if you go downhill, so they will start to regenerative power go back to the battery. For our power gliding towing, so this will be control the line, the tension of the line, and to control the tension, you just increase these numbers, increase the regain current. So the higher number is more tension. And this is the speed to start the regain. So which means if you lower this start speed, will be start the regain immediately. If you put this higher number, You know, it will go certain speed to start the rig. That's also pretty useful for your self-towing, for the paragliding self-towing. Think about if you just pull the line out, if the rig start right away, and then it will be make harder to actually pull the line out. So that's why you want to, you know, put a certain number here. Then when you pull the line out, it will not trigger the rig. It will let you put the line out pretty easily, and whenever you get more speed, you will trigger the rig. Yeah, those settings. Anti-slip. So that's also for the Ebike. You can put those things in. And then yeah, this is this function, and the throttle. So the throttle basically, so the throttle tab, basically you can, you know, set up your initial throttle. It's kind of, you can feel with your throttle position. So you see, I actually move a little, it doesn't really trigger, because it's from 0 to 5. So it will trigger from like a 1.3. So that's why you can see it's move a little more and then start trigger this. Okay. Yeah, those are the setting, and you can put a different number and try with your throttle to feel which one is more comfortable with you. And yeah, accelerate. I mean, that's you want how strong to accelerate. Those things. More number will be accelerate more stronger. And yeah, those are throttle page. And then the motor. The first thing is rotate direction, which means if you want to change the direction of your rotation, you can just change this from 0 to 1, 1 to 0. It will change that direction. Yeah, that's the first thing. And the next, the speed limit. Like I said, sometimes for this kind of big motor, sometimes you want to limit your speed, not really increase your speed. So by limiting the speed, you can there's so many functions you can limit the whole speed. So if I put like a limited internal speed, and then I set up the internal speed like right now it's a 10%, which means it's really low. We can try this. Okay, right now we set up like 10%. We can see this. Yeah, even full throttle, it will goes like that, you know, very slow. Okay, that's full throttle and with limited speed. And with no limited, okay? This is no limited, you can see. The full throttle will be like that. Okay. And you can also limit the lower speed and medium speed. I mean, those are the function you want to think about whenever it's too much speed. I think, yeah, most time you want to limit the speed. So if you build a, e-bike with this motor, I mean, if you like use a 26-inch wheel, you probably can get a roughly 50-60 mile per hour with 72 volt batteries. That's why you definitely want to limit his speed. For the paragliding towing, because our our range is only 20 inch, so our top speed probably around 35. The 35 actually is pretty strong speed. I mean, with 35 you can probably tow the hang glider, speed wins. To tow a regular paraglider, you probably need to limit its speed as well. But yeah, it's kind of personal things. Some people really want to go fast, so yeah, it's really personal things. Okay, yeah, that's the whole setting. I mean, the whole program, it doesn't, user friendly. Sometimes you just don't know what it means, and you don't know how you click it. You don't know how actually save it. But it's functional, and whenever you get it right, it will function really good. Okay, thank you. Bye.